Okay, I want to say welcome to this our first interview session that we'll be having to kickstart our broadcasting for Radio Local once more. We are happy that even in desperate times, we could come together as an organization to do what we love doing best, that is getting information to different people in our country, more especially the young people within the vicinities of our country. So I'm really happy that you guys are here today with me. I have Mr. Shekusila, who was a former member of WONA, and Mr. Saidu Bango are also here with me this evening. And like I said before, I'm really happy that you guys could make it to the session. And it will be the first of many to come. We will work hard so that we'll be having sessions like this on a continuous basis to help promote grassroots journalism or school journalism and help not only our organization but our school as a whole to continue upholding the standards that it is believed to have. So to start our program this evening, I would like you, my guests, to say a little bit or have a little introduction about yourselves. First, let's start with Mr. Saidu Bangua. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself, please?
Okay. Thank you very much. Like you rightly said, my name is Saidu Bangura. I'm a former pupil of the government Local Senior Secondary School, and I happen to serve as the Secretary General for the Local News Association when I was attending the government Local Senior Secondary School.
Thank you very much, Saidu. And now we go to Sheko Msila, please.
Yes, I am Msila. I happen to serve as former chairman for the government Local Senior Secondary School Nishna, the team, also for my boy school. Also work seriously for the upgoing of the nation and also help the school news reporting.
Okay, thank you very much, Sheko. We are happy to have you guys here as you all are both members of, we are both members of WONA. And so I do believe you all have a history with the organization. So first of all, I want to start with you guys telling us a little bit about RONA, what RONA is all about, and what are the goals of RONA and what RONA has done in the government local senior secondary school. Let's start with you, Mr. Bangura.
Getting into government local senior secondary school, I think moving from Ahmadiyya, SSS1, and I gained admission to government local when I was in SSS2. When I arrived there, it was like a bit fun seeing guys broadcasting, which was a new thing to me personally because when I was in Ahmadiyya, we were having nothing like seeing something like journalism, which has always been a passion for me. I saw it deem it necessary to say, okay, fine. If these guys are having something that I want to like be in the future, like having it as a career, being a journalist, it will be much more necessary for me to be part of it. So like there was a time when the devotion was ongoing, and I saw guys that we were all in the same form, SSS two, see by then. They were broadcasting, and I was like more practicing journalism. So and trained and started broadcasting. It was fun because seriously, the organization built my oratory skill when I was in school. Because every day I was given the opportunity to like broadcast news during devotion to talk to my colleagues, which was a big task because here in Sierra Leone, it's much more difficult to see pupils who are bold to like talk to their colleagues during devotion. But like the organization created that platform for me. So like um, during my stays at the government hotel, it was much more interesting being part of ONA because ONA gives me the chance to be part of so many competitions, be in some programs which was like educative and interactive for me. Like my poetry and that of my writing skill. So Rona was a very, very important organization to me, and not only to me, but those who were fortunate to be part of Rona when I was in school by then. Because um, if I could remember when journalists do come around to train us, give us journalism skill, and to be kind enough, what I was taught back then there has made me who I am today. Heading a whole institution that is responsible for all secondary schools in Sierra Leone with news journal. It's because of ONA, the training that they gave me, because like I was like nurtured from there. So ONA has been a vital role, a player in my life ever since I was in government of Senior Secondary School and up to where I am today. If I can go on interviews with radio stations, television stations, newspapers. I think it's all because of ONA. So ONA is a positive organization operating within the government of Senior Secondary School.
Wow, that is so good to hear. For us having that coming from a past pupil and a past member of RONA, it's so wonderful to hear how great this organization has been, how it has contributed to the development of young people like you, people who had the potential and the zeal to do more in the aspects of journalism. And we are really proud of this organization, and we are proud of you guys because you're standing out as a very good example of what Rona is capable of delivering. And so we are very happy that this organization helped you kickstart your career in journalism. Now we want to talk to
I'm really honored.
Sheku M. Sila, who is also a past member and a past pupil of the government Hokel Senior Secondary School and a past member of RONA. So, Mr. Sheku, please, can you tell us in your own words what were the benefits of RONA, or in what ways have this organization helped you to develop your own career when it comes to journalism? Mr. Sila, are you still with us? Mr. Sila? I guess we're having a little connection problems with Mr. Sheko M. Sila. So back to you, Saidu. Now, talking about the good old days of Rona and what, okay, I guess we have Mr. Sila back online. Hello, Mr. Sila, are you still with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Good, thank you very much. So, as I was saying, we would want you to tell us exactly in your own words what were some of the benefits that you gained from Rona. In what ways have Rona been a positive kickstart to your career in journalism?
Yes, first of all, Runa has played tremendous role in ensuring that
Oh, I think we lost Mr. Sila there. Also, I see him trying to reconnect. Mr. Sila, are you still with us?
yeah, as I was saying,
Yes.
the organization itself played a great role in ensuring that my career path is being tamed. First of all, I entered government work held there 2007, I came to the school looking at people. I was all over the place. I was that kind of student that love to explore all the place. So I was inspired by my lady herself, Mel Bangoa. I started reading a college the she presents in the news. So I was amused and I rushed into organization since JSS1.
It seems like we're having serious connection issues with Mr. Silla. So we come back to you, Mr. Bangua. Just like we say, talking about the good old days of Rona, all the achievements that you were able to witness in Rona, which of them all moved you, or which was the greatest achievement that you witnessed during your time in Rona?
Okay, it's quite interesting because like Ona was fun being part of it. I think we break through into Ona in 2012. When we were in SSS2, it was very interesting to see. There was a competition when the school was invited to participate, and these guys that were in SSS3, it was like a tradition in Rona to say to represent the school itself. Rona, whenever a letter is being sent to the school, you must be in SSS3, putting on the long trousers and the long sleeve shirt to represent your school. And we were in SSS2 when we were called upon. I myself, the guy who happens to be my president during our own days, Mustafa Ezekiel Dumbia and Shilashe Kwem, we were asked among the three that two has to like represent our form or that of our set, those of us that were in SSS2. And I was fortunate to be among the lucky two to represent my school. For me, that was one of my happiest moments. Though at the end of the day, we were unable to like clinch the competition when it comes to the news side, but we were able to like clinch the debate side and the news. We were like the runners up. We came second, but it was fun for me because being in SSS2 and represent the institution like that I've always proud of. That was something great again for me. So like that for me was something fun, and also Rona taking me around to schools like I've never been into. Rona created that platform for me to like go there, broadcast news. They were taking me around to like establish news journals in other secondary schools. So that was really fun. And one of the other thing again that always keep me moving, Rona was the reason that I always go to school early. I was in the afternoon shift, but because I know how to broadcast and I have to rehearse, I always ensure 12 o'clock I have to be in school because I need to rehearse before like facing my colleague to say, okay, now for our national, because I was the national news reporter by then doing our own this. For national news, let's join Saidu Bangra. That's accolade given to me by Rona when you see your colleagues will be down there. Everybody wants to hear what she wants to say. So like that opportunity, it's great being in secondary school, addressing colleagues of over 1,000, talking to them, everybody listening to you. My man, at times I do feel like as if I was like the head of state by then to say, okay, fine, I'm addressing them, they are listening to me. And this institution that hosts the organization, which is the government vocational secondary school, the institution always recognizes Rona. There was a time when I was also chance again to head one of my favorite departments within one of that's a program called Vokeliagba, giving you the opportunity to interview people. I can recall again interviewing the principal of government Vokel, Mr. Andrew Sisi, who is now a retired principal of the school. My first day, like since then, as soon as the interview ended, the guy, our principal announced, as from today, I will never call you Side. I'll start calling you Ibaba and Red Lip. That's what I got my nickname in government Vokel. Everybody now calls me Ibab Red Lip, Ibab Red Lip. So like, it was really fun being part of Rona because having all those opportunities as a school pupil, it was great.
Exactly. Those were Good memories of Rona. I could recall the first time I saw
Seriously.
you standing on the stage, giving that report, and I was like, yeah, you have this feeling, you're so proud, like one big proud dad looking at his son achieve something. It was
His son.
really a momentous day
Yeah.
for me. I was really happy to see you there because we
Uh,
saw the
and
potential
I
in
would
you.
say, because the program with Kelly Agba, we are shortlisted for it. We went for the
Indeed.
rehearsals, and by then you were the head of that institution, that particular department. And when I clinched it, I said, "Wow, this is a time for me to like pave the way for myself. Let government Gokel know there is somebody within their premise that is capable of representing them." So today,
Yes,
if
it
Shaidu
was
Bamigwa
awesome.
can stand anywhere,
Yeah,
I'm
the
telling you,
experience was
stand
awesome. I
anywhere
could
to
remember
talk.
that.
But
I could remember
Rona,
that.
Rona, I want to say Rona played a role in my life as
Yeah.
up to today. Rona played something for me.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the time that having you guys come together to work hard to be the person that will be selected to be the presenter of Rukeli Agba, yourself, Ezekiel Dumbuya, Sheku Msila. I saw that fire that
Yeah,
you
but
guys had for
my
that,
favorite
and I was
program.
so proud that day because I knew, okay, I'll be leaving, but this that we started, I'm having people that are going to do 10 times better than I am. And seeing that competition between you guys was all that I wanted, and it was one of the greatest times for me in Rona. So, Mr. Sheku Msila, I quite remembered you were someone who really, really wanted to handle that part of the news broadcasting. He really wanted
That
to be the
program.
presenter. He really wanted to be the presenter, and I could see him going to the school hall during lunch sessions, and he was practicing. He had all these different
Practicing it.
ideas that he came up with on how to present Mikel Yagba, who and who
Kelly
will be
Agba.
coming within the program, what interview sessions he will be having. And wow, at that moment, I knew that Rona was going to be something after we left. After our regime left, I knew that Rona was going to be something. But sad to say, we're not having that now. We're not having that. We're not seeing that now.
Now, yeah,
Yeah,
it's going
and
down
that
day
is
by day.
what
When it's
that
going
is
down.
one of the things I want us to talk about today. And I'm happy Mr. Silla is back with us. I want us to talk about that because we remember that fire and enthusiasm that you guys came with. And now looking back 2 or 3 years after you left Rokel, and there's nothing good to say about Rona, it is something that really breaks our hearts because we all knew what Rona was. We all benefited from a very large scale when it comes to how good we could be able to be public speakers. We could write good English. We could speak good grammar because of Rona. And now seeing Rona going down the drain, it's something that's not really good to talk about. And so we want to talk about these problems. We want to talk about these problems, and we want to see what we can do now to help the situation because we don't want Rona to continue going down the drain. We want Rona to come back to that status that it was before, the status we left it in, the status you guys left it in. We want that to be. So, Mr. Silla, if you're still with us, I'd like you to talk about some of the reasons or some of the things you think are going wrong presently in Rona that are the cause of the relapses. What are some of the agents that are causing the problems?
Yes, if I wanted to react to that, because my internet is giving me a problem. Let me react faster. Looking at bringing back memories back to the school. We are having problems with the administration. It changing administration now. Now I started bringing kids on board, started to train them, but the administration had seen the problems that they couldn't set in themselves. But let's take a look at let's have a plan now. If the school reopens, I must be able to give a time.
Okay, if I could get you clearly, you were saying that one of the problems that Rona is having presently is to deal or to work hand in hand with the school authorities. That seems to be a
Yeah,
problem, Saidu. Do you think so?
yeah. Let me come in. I think when you look back at the
Hello?
formation of Rona, tracing it back to Rukel as a whole, when you look at the perspective of the school, it tells you the institution itself, which is Rona, was like created from um, the English language department of the school. Now,
English.
since the
Department.
formation of it,
Yeah.
the school administration was having a full control of the organization itself. Not until when we left, and the school had to have like a transition of leadership when the old regime went out and we had a new regime coming in. We saw something like the organization started having problem with the new administration. And mind you, when we were in school, Rona used to be the voice of the voiceless. Because if I could remember when we wanted to like have a promotional examination to enter SSS3 to write WAS. Um, there was a time when some of us we are spotted, I, Sila Shekwem, Mariam Ajabi, and Mustafa Ezekiel Lumbia. We were given a transfer to find another school simply because there was a time when we started broadcasting certain news, calling names of teachers who were like flouting the laws of the school. If the principal says, give assignment, don't collect money, the teacher will come around to collect money. And we started saying those things around. Teacher said, okay, seems like these guys wants to bite what they cannot chew. They give us transfer, unless we have to like do a protest again, visit the principal's office. We used to be good pupils. We are always at the aim of affairs when it comes to our class exams and examinations in our various classes. Why are these teachers giving us transfer to find another school? And the issue was rectified. So like when the regime changes, we saw a new regime coming in, and these guys want to like continue that trend, but it seems like the new regime never wanted to like accept the trend of owner serving as the voice of the voiceless. So they started having an issue. There was a time again when one of the teachers said, okay, fine, the organization has been operating in the school, it needs to be registered. Like they start harassing these kids has to get back to us. We are like we contacted the administration. Okay, Rona is owned by the administration. Why are you taxing these people to pay money to register? If you want the organization to register, ask the administration again to pay because it's their own organization. One has not been owned by any people of government local, but it's been owned by government local itself. So since then, the organization started falling out with the new administration. The new
Yeah,
administration
exactly.
started to neglect the organization because during our own days, the head of the English language used to serve as the editor to like watch at the grammar of the news brought in by these people to report. So like, but since 2016, 17 now, we started seeing now no editing. It reaches a time when even the administration said, well, one has to broadcast thrice a week. And we said, no, we used to broadcast Mondays to Fridays. Why cutting it now to thrice a week? So the administration, I think if one has to regain its past glory, the current regime has to stand and say, okay, now this is our baby. There is no way like people used to stay in our local palette school that says
Exactly.
bad bush
Exactly.
not for bad picking.
Exactly.
Yes,
That's it.
even if
You
these
know,
guys
and
have
sorry,
been messing
Saidu,
around
sorry,
lately, you
Saidu.
need to call them back.
Before we continue, this is something we need to keep talking about. And so we're going to go for a short break and we'll come back and we'll continue to talk about how the present administration and former administrations of WONA can come together and help to develop that good working cordiality between the organization and the school administration. So we're going for a short break and we'll be back. And this is the first broadcasting session of